24/7.
Yeah. I'll be serving
24/7, 365. 24/7, 365.
24/7. Yeah.
Test. All right, we'll go ahead and get started.
365. 24/7, 365.
We'll go ahead and get started with 24/7. Yay. Sound like I'm on the West Coast. 24/7 watch. We have the young lion, Brother Isaac. Go ahead and do us the honors and open up with the prayer.
Let us pray. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. In Jesus' holy name we pray. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and the great I am. Amen.
Peace to everybody that's tuning in to the 24/7 watch. Peace to Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. First off, praise the Most High God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And happy Sabbath, blessed Sabbath. And we're going to go ahead and get into what we usually get into on 24/7 watch. This podcast is dealing with just, it's like current events and everything else, but also it's biblical. So we'll go ahead and get started. Matthew 24 and verse 7. Matthew 24 and verse 7. When you get there, my brother, go ahead and read it for me.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Go ahead.
And there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in divers places.
And the reason why we read this verse is, as it says, it speaks volumes. It speaks a mouthful. For a nation shall rise against nation. That's wars. Kingdom against kingdom. That's wars. And we see that. It's on the horizon. It's just not no big World War III, World War whatever. But there's like little battles, little conflicts. And then it says, and there should be famines. You know, that's going on. And pestilence. COVID ain't went nowhere. It's still around. Spanish flu, all of that stuff. The flu, influenza. It's not going nowhere. You have to deal with it. You got to live with it. Then finally it says, and earthquakes in diverse places. That means earthquakes in diverse places. And with that being said, you know, we always say Mother Nature. No, it's God. Yeah. It's God. This is a wicked world, a disobedient world. And that's what we always teach here is obedience. Obedience is what's going to get you your salvation. It takes obedience. If you can't do nothing else, it don't make no difference about knowing the 70 weeks of Daniel, 2,300 days, what year was the earth created in, how old the earth is. That don't matter. What matters is fear God and keep his commandments. That's your duty. That's how you maintain yourself in this wicked world. Do the main thing that you need to do. Fear God, keep his commandments. Be obedient to God. All these things is happening to us for disobedience. Verse 8, my brother, because I get long-winded.
All these are the beginning of sorrows.
All these are. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead, my brother.
Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another. Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another and shall hate one another.
So we got a lot of hatred going on, don't we?
Yeah.
So we got a lot of hatred going on, don't we?
Yeah.
A lot of it. Then shall many be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. You know, it sounds crazy, but that's why I say all the time, hey, you got to embrace the hate. If people don't like you, they hate you. Hey, they hate you because of the Lord, hey, embrace it.
For sure.
Verse 11.
And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many.
We got that wholesale right about now. You got guys telling you money cometh. You got guys telling you money cometh. They ain't telling you the Lord coming. They telling you money coming. They ain't telling you the Lord coming to do some damage to this world. See, they want to sell you these false dreams. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. Verse 12, what else?
And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Because sin shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. This is a sinful world we're living in. Verse 13.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
Oh, but you got to do something. You got to endure. You got to overcome. You got to conquer all of this. See, we think it's forever, but it's just for a small time in God's eyes.
Yeah.
But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Verse 14.
And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations. And then shall the end come.
And that don't amaze me when you start seeing more and more people talking about Israel. When I say Israel, I'm talking about Israelites. Knowing that the ones that we know as slaves are truly the people of God. See, you can see that more, as they like to say, people are becoming woke. More and more Israelites are they waking up. But this is not just in it, this is in red. Jesus said it. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. That's why it don't shock me that you see more and more this word being put out there. Let's skip down, though. Let's see something. Let's skip down to verse 21.
Verse 21. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time. No, nor ever shall be.
Great troubles, great problems. Something we ain't ever seen before. 22.
And except those days should be shortened, there shall no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Oh, except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Because the Lord got to return. He got to stop them. Man is crazy. When I say man, I'm talking about mankind. I'm crazy. This is what heals me. I'm not going to lie. If I went off my own thoughts and my own mind, hey, it'd be, problems. But for the elect's sake, the Lord got to come back and stop this. Skip down. Let's see something. 29.
Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from heaven.
Go ahead.
And the powers of the heavens shall be shaken.
Go ahead.
And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
Because he coming down here to tear something up.
That's
He coming down here to tear something up. But see, they're not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. They want to lay you to sleep. They want you to just, They want you to think about, Talladega Nights, baby Jesus. I pray to baby Jesus in a manger, looking all cuddly. Yeah. No, it's not, no. You need to be fearful of God. Because that same baby Jesus grew up. He grew up. Then the haters killed him. He didn't do nothing wrong. And the world is worse now than it was in his time. It ain't no morals now. This world is wicked. Because this world want to be disobedient. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go to Genesis 6. I know we read this all the time, but hey, you need the examples. Genesis 6. And you can pick it up at verse 1. When you get there, my brother, go ahead and read it.
And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years.
So right here, the Lord letting you know right now, they crazy. My spirit is not going to always thrive with them.
Yeah.
They flesh. I'm going to cut their years down. They was living to 900 years, 700 years, 600 years, 500 years. He said, no, I'm going to cut it down to 120 years. We can't imagine that. And we got people dying left and right in the world, period. You know, when I was growing up, they always said, man, it's a shame the good die young. Most of my friends that died young wasn't as good as I thought they was. I wasn't as good. I wasn't good. Flesh is naturally crazy. But go ahead, verse 4.
There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them. The same became mighty men which were of old, men of renown.
They're just men with stature. Go ahead.
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Read that verse 5 one more time.
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Ain't nothing new under the sun. They had evil thoughts back then. He flooded it. We got evil thoughts now. What he gonna do? Burn it down. He made a promise he wasn't gonna flood it again. He didn't say he wasn't gonna burn it down or burn it up. Whichever way you want to look at it. It said, and God saw the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. That's the thoughts in his mind. Go ahead, my brother.
Verse 6. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart.
It made him sorrowful that he created men. Go ahead.
And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I've created from the face of the earth.
What else?
Both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air. For repent of me that I have made them.
I'm finna kill everything. And even in the laws, he had what men call bestiality. He killing that. He tell you that if a man lay down with a beast or a woman lay down with the beast die. We so crazy, we got the animals doing sinful things with us. Because I always just want like, man, why the animals have to die? Because you crazy enough to cause the animals to do something. You got them doing something that they ain't supposed to be doing. Yeah. Ain't nothing new under the sun. He's just said your thoughts are evil continually. Verse 7 saying, the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast and the creeping thing and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. Verse 8.
But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord.
Oh, but we see somebody who found grace, right?
Right.
But let the world tell you grace is something new. Grace ain't new. Grace is back here. He found mercy. He found the gift of life. The Lord blessed him to live. He killed everybody else. Like we act like when you see, you get a bill, right? And they say, we gave you a 7-day grace period. You didn't pay the bill. What happened?
They cut it off.
They cut it off. Like we fail to realize we're in debt to the Lord. Verse 9.
These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations, and Noah walked with God.
Oh, so the book say this, right?
All right.
It said Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation, and Noah walked with God. That's what we want to be. We want to be friends with God. I will put some background music because the brothers do got a song called that. But that's what we want to be. We want to be friends with God. You don't want to be an enemy of God. If you're an enemy of God, you're disobedient. Verse 10.
And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence.
Ain't that what's going on today?
Yeah.
The earth also was corrupt before God, and the earth was filled with violence. The earth filled with violence right now as we speak. Filled with it. And then Israelites don't realize you dying every day in these streets. By the enemy or by yourselves. You killing your own kind. Well, ain't nothing new. Verse 12.
And God looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted its way upon the earth.
Go ahead.
And God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood. Room shalt thou make in the ark, and shalt pitch it within and without with the pitch.
That's good. But in verse 13 it said, and God said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me. See, it's playing out right before our eyes right about now. The end is coming soon. The end is coming soon. He got to end this. We finished that. Let's go to Genesis 19. Let's just stay right here in Genesis. Let's see something. Everybody know what Genesis 19 is about. Oh, Sodom and Gomorrah. Ain't nothing new under the sun. We could have went back to Genesis 4 with Cain and Abel. Murder, that's still on the table out here. You got just all type of wickedness. The Lord didn't even tell you what wickedness they was doing in Genesis 6. You probably had murderers, sodomites. You had all type of just sinful acts going on out there. What I say, Genesis 19?
Yes, sir.
Genesis 19, and let's go ahead and pick it up at verse 1.
Verse 1. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground.
Go ahead.
And he said, behold now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and you shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, nay, but we will abide in the street all night.
They said, no, Lot, we good out here in these streets. Let's see something, though. Go ahead.
And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him and entered into his house. And he made them a feast and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat.
So Lot like, no, come on, man. Y'all come stay with me. I'm going to make y'all some food, take care of y'all. He washing these brothers' feet. I got foot phobia. I'll be too scared to wash some feet. But at the same time, that's a humbling experience too. Verse 4.
But before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round, both old and young, all the people from every quarter.
And don't nobody really pay attention to this. It was young sides and old sides out there.
Yep.
You got young sides and old sides now. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Our thoughts are evil continually. And see, we fail to realize this is medicine for us. This is the medicine for you. This is what's gonna get you whole, healthy, make you feel good. And I ain't talking about just feeling good on some emotional level. No, have you truly to where you can have eternal salvation instead of eternal damnation. That's what this podcast is for. This podcast is for you to watch for everything. You need to keep yourself under subjection. Keep yourself under watch. What we at, verse 4?
We just, finished 4.
Go ahead.
And they called unto Lot and said unto him, Where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them.
Man, they ain't talking about some, hey, man, what's up? Man, what y'all got going on? No. When they say so we can get to know them, they talking about laying with these men. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And Lot went out at the door unto them and shut the door after him. And said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly.
Now, this is wickedness. Man, don't do this wickedness. Let's see something. Go ahead, verse 8.
Behold now, I have 2 daughters which have not known man.
I got 2 daughters that haven't slept with no man. Let what?
Let me, I pray you, bring them out unto you.
Now, I'm going to give you my 2 daughters. I got 5 daughters. I don't think I could do it. But these men were guests in his home, and these are angels. He said, no, long as